Breaking news tonight, at least 36 dead and 147 injured in what is suspected to be an ISIS attack at the Istanbul airport. Although Rice's story was highlighted throughout the media, the NFL's relative arrest rate is only a small 13% to the national average for men between the ages of 25 to 29. For weeks, Donald Trump has been confronting headlines that raise questions about him becoming president. But there are growing signs that the presumptive Republican nominee is gearing up to pivot more towards the middle and soften his rhetoric. I'm standing here in front of Donald Trump's official Washington headquarters located in Alexandria, Virginia. House Republicans released their report on the 2-year investigation into the Benghazi terror attack. Although it found faults in Obama's administration, it didn't contain any revelations to further damage Hillary Clinton. I'm Katie Fitzgerald, and coming up ahead on WVU News, I'll tell you how WVU officials are changing the party reputation. Our award-winning WVU News starts now. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders still has not endorsed Hillary Clinton and plans to take her head-on at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia later in July. For Fox News, I'm Katie Fitzgerald. According to statistics provided by the ASPCA, approximately 3.9 million dogs are abused each year. Thanks, Jimmy. I'm here at Milan Park where the Mountaineers are taking on the West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats. Although it's only 20 degrees, these girls are ready to play. With roughly 86 million Americans between the ages of 18 to 29, the millennial generation is the largest in our country's history, even bigger than the baby boomers. West Virginia University grad student Zachary King voted in this year's midterm elections.
I think it's good for millennials to go and vote because they can fight for what they want through vote.
Nearly 10 million millennials voted in this year's midterm elections. Although that number may sound big to you and I, that's only 13% of registered voters between the ages of 18 to 29. The primary election got attention of some students, but not all.
I think as an American citizen, that's the best thing you can do is get out and voice your opinion.
I think the people that go and vote are the people on the extremes.
Millennials are the core part of the Democratic Party's coalition. But in this year's primary election, the Democrats' advantage was cut in half. Although the voter turnout already isn't as high, the drop-off for young voters was more dramatic than most years.
It's really important for, number one, because they need to have that experience of voting. They need to be learning about the election process.
The 2016 presidential election is coming up, and by then, millennials should be roughly 36% of the eligible voters and about a third of actual votes. Katie Fitzgerald, WVU News, Morgantown. The WVU Women's Club Lacrosse team is currently playing in the Women's Collegiate Lacrosse League. They will be competing against other Division I teams like the University of Maryland, Ohio University, and many more. WVU sophomore goalie Annie Malik tells us more for the future of the lacrosse team.
From what I know from last year, we had a lot more girls try out this year and a lot of talent, so I see it being really good, hopefully making it to playoffs in Michigan by the end of April.
Many universities have an NCAA and club lacrosse team. Currently, WVU only has a club team and is not making any advances towards becoming an NCAA team.
I mean, I guess they decently have a good amount of players, even more than Wesleyan right now, so maybe they could, if like they can get whatever like the rule is to get the boys and girls like teams balanced out, if they can get that right, then I could see them making it into the NCAA.
Coming up this weekend, the WVU Women's Club Lacrosse team is playing in a tournament at Pittsburgh. If you would like more information, check out the link listed at the bottom of your screen. Back to you, Jimmy.